Joining us now, two veteran Georgia-based reporters, Greg Bluestein, senior political reporter for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and an MSNBC political contributor. Maya King is politics reporter for the New York Times. You both spend your days here. Look, 6 battleground states. This is one of them. What can Georgia tell us about this national race for president?
I think the one demographic that you really should look at here in Georgia is black voters, particularly black men. This is the bloc that definitely made a big difference in 2020 and helped Joe Biden win this state by a very narrow margin. And now we've reported, and it's laid out in polling, that this is a bloc that has some questions, really, for Biden and is not entirely sure if they'll turn out in large numbers. So I think we can look particularly in the Atlanta suburbs to get a sense of exactly how the Democratic base is feeling after this.
So there's no doubt Trump sees an opening here, right? And he has been sending people into places to court the black vote, in particular black men. But that AJC poll shows Trump trailing Biden by 60 points among black voters in Georgia. Sounds like a tremendous amount, but is it?
Yeah, look, Trump's support among black voters is about 9%, which is historically on par with how other Republican presidential candidates do with black voters in Georgia and around the nation. What's really important, though, for Joe Biden is he needs his support to be above 90%. He will get overwhelming support among black voters, but the battle for him is not between Trump and for black voters is not between Trump. It's really between the couch. He's worried about apathy. He's worried about a lack of enthusiasm and voter outreach. And that's why the get out the vote machine is already revving up here in Georgia. Well, the other thing that we know about Georgia, and we've spent a lot of time talking about it, of course, is it's the backdrop of the legal challenges that are still facing Donald Trump here. Third-party voters have been split on their opinion about Trump's conviction in the hush money case. Just take a listen. We talked to some of them.
What makes him better than everyone else who've committed the same crimes and are put in prison for that, or even much less than what he's committed? I think he should serve time.
It didn't seem like real charges. I mean, it just seemed like something they were trying to, almost seemed like the jury was almost rigged. They were going to convict him, you know, no matter what.
We've been hearing, Maya, that Joe Biden is not going to be shy, and certainly his campaign has been amping up, calling him a convict, going after him for being a felon, calling him a felon. Is that something that will resonate with voters?
I think we'll have to see. And I think you can expect Biden and Democrats to take this a step further and talk about the Democratic implications of this. This is also the state where Trump tried to overturn his election loss. And so Democrats and Biden have been very clear about the Democratic implications of this election. And they know that that's front of mind for voters here in Georgia, particularly as it relates to Trump's conviction and also the ongoing fight for voting rights and access to the ballot.
So, Greg, what else did the AJC poll tell us about what is going to be key for those undecided and double hater voters tonight in Georgia?
Well, one thing, going back to what Maya was just speaking about, was those convictions. While a majority of Republicans disagree with the convictions, a majority of Democrats agree with them, those independent voters, and in Georgia, independent voters for a very long time have tended to vote Republican. That started to change in 2016. That changed even more in 2020. Independent voters are relatively split over those convictions. That's one reason why we might see President Biden lean more into that argument tonight.
Greg Bluestein, Maya King, we were saying this is our Super Bowl. We're very excited to see what happens tonight. Thanks for coming over. Appreciate you both.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.